Sit. Okay, so I'm gonna go over what Max has learned. I forgot to bring treats with me. Normally I would have some, but I am sort of weaning him off. He doesn't really need to be lured with treats, and he doesn't really need to be given a treat every single time he does something correctly. He needs to start doing it out of obligation now. The big thing with him, if you have his attention, it's one thing if he's looking around, of course he's not gonna pay attention, but if you have his attention and you give him a command that he knows and he decides not to do it or does it half-ass, you have to make him do it. If you let him get away with it or you ask him twice, a couple times, it's gonna break down and break down and break down. He's just not gonna listen to you eventually. So you have to be really consistent. Every time you ask him to do something, if he doesn't immediately do it on the first time you ask, you have to go put your hands on him, make him do it. And by hands on, I don't mean rough him up, but if he's got a leash on, make him do it with a leash. If he doesn't, grab him here and make him do whatever it is you want to do. But that's the most important part. The important part is not what he's learned. It's keeping that up and not letting him get away with it.
And you can have him trail around a leash if he's not.
Yeah, you know what? Having him trail around a leash in the house is probably a very good idea. And he has tried with us, like, if he's getting into something, we tell him no, he'll try to grab it and run, which in my book is a giant sin. So I have chased him down and got him and gotten away, gotten whatever it was away from him. But he will have that tendency. So having a leash on him is going to be very helpful.
Or a long line. You can
I think in the house, just a 6-foot leash is usually pretty helpful. If he is going for something that he's not supposed to have, or digging at the fence, or any little thing he's doing that you don't want him to do, and there's not a specific command for it, say no. No means stop what you're doing. And a perfect example is he wants to eat absolutely everything on the ground, or plants or whatever. So if he's trying to get into something like that I don't want him to, I just say no. And if he doesn't back off and leave it alone immediately, go over there, say no, and take him away from it. Again, if he doesn't respond immediately to whatever you're doing, you have to go over, get your hands on him, and make him do it. Okay, so the first thing we taught was sit, and I want you to practice these things just in your own driveway or in front of your house or whatever. Sit. I do not use a wait or stay command. Sit means sit until I tell you otherwise. His release command is either another command like here or heel, or the word okay. If it's okay for him to just wander off and do whatever he wants, the word would be okay. But again, I do not use stay or wait. They are a double command. If I tell you to sit, I want you to sit until I tell you otherwise. So with him, I practice sit and down stay, where I walk around him in a circle at the end of the leash. So here next. Sit. No, sit. So he got up and followed me. I didn't tell him okay. I immediately popped him with the collar, made him sit back down. Sit.
And when you tell him, give him a command, it's a firm command. It's sit. It's not, will you sit?
Yeah, you're not asking, you're not
it's a
being
command.
Nice. You're just telling him in a conversational tone. Good dog. Very good. That was excellent. Sit. Sit. Good boy. And of course you end up using this practically all over the house, like going through doorways and, any other task you might think.
Yeah, in and out of a crate, we make them sit.
We'll demo, we have this crate right here, we'll demo him getting in and out of the crate. Very good, that was excellent, huh? Okay, good dog, sit. So sit. Every time I tell him sit, I'm prepared for him to mess up. So I'm on top of him immediately. Little pop with a collar, getting him to stay focused. Expect him to mess up. That's the way you have to look at this. You have to be the one that's on top of it. So the other thing I taught him was the word heel, which means get into heel position. Heel position is the dog sitting. Yeah,
nice.
Like that. Heel position is the dog sitting on your left side with his head even with your leg. So wherever he is, if I say heel and I kind of motion with my hand, I want him to get into heel position. Sit. Heel. Come here. Sit. Good boy. That was a good one. And even then, like he's getting distracted, he's looking back there. No, make him do it. Be really proactive. Don't sit and watch him make a mistake and then try to figure out what to do. Just be on top of him. Sit. Good boy. Heel. That was a good one. Very good. Sit. Good dog. Good. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Good dog. Heel. Sit. Good dog. That was very good. That was excellent. Sit. His attention span is so little. Expect him to get up immediately and wander off. Just expect it, but you have to reinforce it and stay on top of him. All right, the next thing I taught him was here, which means walk next to me. And I think Sharon had said that she uses a command like with me or let's go or something like that to mean like walk down the neighborhood where he has freedom. So this would be in little tighter quarters, like if you took him to Lowe's to walk around or downtown where he can't just be at the end of the leash doing whatever. He doesn't have to look at me, he can look around. It's not real precise, but he has to stay right here. If he gets too far away, you're gonna use the leash to bring him back in. The other part of that is when you stop, he has to sit. And he's pretty good at doing it on his own. So when you're walking, taking him for a walk, I would do part of it where you say with me or whatever your command is, and he can sniff and go to the bathroom and stuff like that and wander, and then collect him, get him into heel position, say here, walk away, a block or whatever, making him be mindful and staying right here with you. Good. Heel. Good boy. Here. Good. And I can go slow and he stays with me. No, here. Good boy. Good boy. That is a very good one. Sit. Good. So he's constantly trying to get up and be done with it. Have to just really stay on him. Here. Here. Good dog. That was very good. Good. So I want you to practice at slow pace like this a lot because he has to try really hard to stay with you, not get ahead of you. Good boy. That was excellent. Nice job, buddy. That was very good, huh? Okay, sit. So you can also do a down stay. He's pretty good at down. I do the down stay just like a sit stay.
All right, I'm
Down.
going to stop this video and break it
okay.
into multiples because it's getting long.
Oh, okay.